Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and welcome to a very special video. This is going to be my review of the Warhammer 40,000 Vigilus event. Apologies that this video has taken so long to come to you. I've been creating lots of other videos, building loads of models and so on. If you do follow me on Instagram, I posted lots and lots of pictures of new models at the event on that day as I was seeing these new things. One thing I will say, which is a trend that Games Workshop are now doing, I don't see them dropping this because their Warhammer community like website and whole team have got so big now that I think they're going in kind of one direction, and that direction is, unfortunately for people that travel like myself, 3 hours away, they pre-purchase the event ticket, they travel 3 hours or more to the event, they wait outside for an hour and a half, 2 hours. As soon as those people walk through the doors, all of the new content, all of the new models, they've already taken lots of pictures of them days before, and they just hit that release button on the Warhammer community website, which I think it's not good. It leaves a sour taste in one's mouth, because I could have just stayed at home. I could have not bought the ticket, I could have not spent all the hours driving there and waiting. I could have just stayed at home and watched some high-res pictures. Games Workshop need to ask themselves what they want to give or what they want to show at these events to the people that physically go there. They added something this time in the form of seminars. As you were waiting in the queue, you could wait to book yourself on a seminar, or you could just go straight on in. Now, if they had any exclusive miniatures available, those people wanting to go on the seminars would have been at a disadvantage. I can tell you right now. Luckily for them, but in a way not luckily for everyone else that went, Games Workshop unfortunately didn't have any exclusive miniatures for that event. Now, on Forge World at least, last weekend, they put up a load of pre-orders that, in my opinion, could have been available physically the week before at the Vigilus event. I mean, if they only had one pre-order last weekend, then I wouldn't be so sure in what I'm saying. But because they've put all the Blood Angel stuff, the Nemesis Warbringer Titan, even the two Horus Heresy Space Marine miniatures, and then for Games Workshop, all of the Battle Forces and the Titan pack, I would have liked to have seen at least one exclusive miniature or pack at the event, but no, there wasn't anything. So that's a shame that they ran seminars, but they didn't have any of the exclusive miniatures. Anyway, I wanted to get those points out at the very start of the video rather than at the end, just in case people switched off or didn't want to fast forward to the end of after all of these pictures. So what I'll do now is I will go through some of the pictures that I took of the event, and I'll just talk through what I saw and the miniatures themselves. So first things first, this is obviously Warhammer. This is obviously the Games Workshop HQ in Nottingham. This is one of the buildings. Behind me was the Warhammer world itself. This picture shows their brand new Nemesis Warbringer Titan. I had a really good chat with the guy responsible for this. Incredible looking model, which was Will Hayes. He did the original Warhound. I think he did the Reaver as well. I had a very long chat with him. Please do check out my Nemesis Warbringer in-depth review, because I think I spent about half an hour going through every nook and cranny of this model. It's a little bit bigger than a Reaver Titan. It's got this huge Quake cannon on the top. It's got anti-air defense turrets. It's got 3 Mauler bolt cannons, and you can equip it with Reaver-sized weapons such as the Volcano Cannon and the Gatling Blaster, and so on. The rules are incredible for it, of course. I would be super cheeky if I ever used it in battle, and I would opt for a 500-inch board minimum. But that's just me. Here's another picture of Will showcasing the Titan. Now, it's interesting because at a time when Forge World have removed a lot of their models on the website, they've chosen to sink funds, to put funds up to this Titan. Now, all in all, the Titan is £980 with all the weapons. The weapons, I think, 65 each. The Quake Cannon's 100. Got to buy the head separately, which is 60. So they're taking the same tact as the Warlord, but with this new Titan. The Reaver Titan, you have to buy the two arm weapons separately and the Carapace weapon, but at least you get the head with the Titan. However, that does mean that you will be able to get newer, different heads for this, possibly a different weapon on the top, maybe a Nova Cannon or a Vortex missile, or battery of missiles, who knows. Anyway, I definitely recommend you to go and check out my video on this, because I talk at length about it. The biggest reveal, other than the Titan, and personally I think the Titan was the biggest reveal, was the Primaris upgrade of Marnius Calgar, as you can see there, and his two bodyguard, which I think are a bit boring looking, to be fair. I like the fact that Marnius has got a Tyrannid head below him. I like this new armour. I don't know whether it was needed. It seems now that Games Workshop are taking those next steps in moving the story a little bit further, because when we last heard of Marnius Calgar, he was just in his normal armour. So it's nice that Games Workshop are pushing the narrative a little bit further on. It does open up the questions of Space Marines being Primaris upgraded, getting those 3 extra organs, but as they've said at the seminar, he did die in the process for this upgrade. So I wonder if they will try and upgrade other normal Space Marines and then they will die for good. It's kind of like you can't please everybody which direction you go in with Primaris upgrades. Here's another look at the model, sort of unpainted. Kind of looks like my whole army collection. Then you've got the Kaos character on the left hand side. His name is Harken World Claimer. People asked me at the event if he was Primaris. He just looks like a normal Space Marine to me, but they do make these characters a bit bigger. This is just a nice picture of the longly awaited new Primaris Lieutenant. We haven't had a Lieutenant for quite some time, so Games Workshop thought it was about time to release another one. This will be the 9th one, I believe. But anyway, you can pick this guy up from like third-party events like Adepticon and things. I think the first time you can pick him up is March, and then he'll be at the Expo in June, I think. June or July. Then they had some lovely Genestealer cult models. Here's a gunslinger right in the centre of the picture. You've got some aberrants on the left, and then you've got some Genestealer cults on bikes and quad bikes. They're just screaming to be modded for orcs or for Imperial Guard or whatever. Here's some more pictures of this guy with a sniper rifle. I wonder if it'd probably be better to rest it on his seat or on the bar at the front. Hopefully the engine's off, but there we go. And here they are, not painted. I like the quad bike very much. Here's a guy with his sawn-off shotgun, and one on a quad bike with his helmet kind of sun visor up, with a stick of dynamite, or it's demolition charge probably. And here they all are there as well. Lovely looking models, great choice of weapons for them. I said that when Genestealer Cults were released like a couple of years ago that they should really flesh these out, and I wanted more vehicles. Hopefully we'll get a couple more trucks maybe, but we'll see. There's a gunslinger up close. Fantastic model. I love what he's stood on as well. And there he is, unpainted. And I just took this picture because I really like the purple of those Space Marines on the right hand side, the Primaris. Okay, moving on. There were some features of some of the new Chaos models. They're the hounds that they're releasing, these 3-headed hounds. They look really nice. And some Slaanesh models too. I don't have any Slaanesh models myself, but I am pleased for the players that do use them. And then there was this very interesting model of this Slaanesh lady playing a human harp. This is what I want to say. They've done such a good job of bringing that drawing to life, because I saw the original artwork and they've done such an incredible job. Here are all the explorers from the Blackstone Fortress set, immaculately painted of course, and I like how Pius Vaughan there on the bottom left has actually named her Chainsword Flamer Vindictor, which is what it is in the rules as well. And Blackstone Fortress have just come out the day before as well. Here are the Kaos models in the box too, with the Traitor Guardsman looking awesome. And here is Necromunda Delaque gang. If you pick up this month, December's White Dwarf, you'll see they have an extra little booklet, like a free gift regarding Delaque in there, so it's worth picking up just for that if you're interested in this gang at all. And they did advertise a diorama of Adeptus Titanicus, and I was expecting something bigger than this. I suppose in the grand scheme of things it is quite big. I mean, right there you've got 3 warlords, a reaver, 2 warhounds, 2 knights and 2 Cerastus knights, so I suppose it is quite big. And I just took a few pictures here of them all moving about. Seems really odd though, having them all moving about with no like infantry or tanks. It does seem a bit odd, just having them on their own, but that is, you know, the game of Adeptus Titanicus. There's some pictures of the Reaver that has been gone cataclysmic probably, or about to. And then I took some more pictures of some of the new Titans. So the Warlord Titan Center rear, that's the one that they've just released last week with the laser blasters on the carapace, and the Ariok Power Claw and the Sun Fury Plasma Annihilator. And the Reaver, as you can see, is sporting the new Volcano Cannon. I might have a close-up of this. Well, they're the Cerastus Knights anyway, which look brilliant. I think they're £20 for 2. There's some more. There we go, that's a better shot. So as you can see there on the right hand side, so it's there all along in a way, the Reaver Titan has that new Volcano Cannon, which looks to me exactly the same as the one on the Nemesis Warbringer. So they have CAD designed it, and that Nemesis Warbringer probably is built in plastic already. I love the top dual turbo lasers. I spoke to Will. He said that it is coming to the Reaver Titan. I'm going to be so pleased if they bring out that Battle Titan weapon, because then I can finally equip mine with more of an anti-Titan, anti-tank role, rather than just the missile launchers. And there's another picture there with the melter cannon and the turbo lasers on the top. And then I went and had a look around the exhibition. The £12.50 ticket, which is normally the price of an entry for the exhibition, you can go around and look at it as well as your entry for the open day. This is one of the reasons why these events are worthwhile, because it gives you entry to the exhibition centre, which is worth the money anyway, and also the open day and speaking to all the artists and people responsible for the game. So I took a few pictures in here of this Age of Sigmar diorama. I think they've changed a few things. There's a lot more going on, it seems, especially with this Chaos demon striding the battlefield. And then there were some more dioramas in here. Here's a Genestealer Cult one, ambushing some Imperial Guard Stormtroopers, I think they are. I've forgotten what their official name is. There's some Nurglings making a little Nurgling pyramid, and then here's this lovely one that was found in White Dwarf of the Seraphon. And then this one, the Griffins looked incredible, and that Wood Elf Dragon, fantastic. And this also featured in White Dwarf, I think. There's so much going on. You really need to look at this for a good 5-10 minutes just to appreciate that all the hard work in this. I love the waterfall effect, of course, as well. And this is another one of the awesome dioramas. It's a multi-layered one because you've got some kind of goblin things happening below. Yeah, just absolutely stunning. This Daughters of Cain model, Morathai. And then I went and looked at some individual miniatures. So some Golden Demon Classic 2018 miniatures. Absolutely stunning, these miniatures. They really are top of their game. I mean, look at that. Fantastic. And another one. Horus Heresy Necromunda Weekender finalist. And then this beautiful Leviathan Dreadnought. The freehand on that scarab. Just incredible. And then that's just a Primaris Lieutenant, just because there's not enough lieutenants in this video. And then I think this is heavy metal, so this is Rogel Dawn and Alfarius, or is it? Then there was another diorama which was really awesome. It looked like it was Imperial Guard or Katachan against some Dark Eldar coming out of a webway portal. And as you can see there, if you look on the left hand side, if we zoom in, I'll zoom in for you. Not there, but there, right there is Sly Marbo. So I thought can't really see him and amongst the mandrakes which are, you know, in front of him in the undergrowth. And then finally, there was obviously some people dressed up as Space Marines, dressed as Custodes, and this Imperial Guardsman clearly wanted to have a go of that Thunderhammer, but the Space Marine was like, no, I'm not giving this Thunderhammer back. So in summary, I thought it was a good event, and it was worth going, and I'm really looking forward to the Horus Heresy Weekender, especially if they have some exclusive miniatures there too. For other open days, I'm going to be a bit more cautious from now on. The exclusive miniature thing is kind of put me off a bit, because the only thing I could kind of take away was pictures and experience of the event. It would have been nice to take home something, you know, physical as a memento of the event. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just, it would always remind me of going there for that particular event, and unfortunately they didn't have that this time. Hopefully they will change that and, you know, have something next time. Personally, I would rather have a few exclusive miniatures than the seminars and things like that. Other people may feel differently, but hey, Games Workshop and Forge World, worldwide companies, they can find a way to do both, surely. Anyway, if you went to the event, what did you think? What was your favourite part? Mine obviously was the Nemesis Warbringer Titan. Absolutely love that model. I can't wait to bring you all the videos about it. Hopefully I can bring you some videos on it tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, definitely over the weekend. I hope you look forward to them. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.